Hi, my name's Dillon Kohler, the digital strategist at Loudrimmer. As some of you are aware, the new Apple iOS 14 update has caused a few errors and issues in Facebook Business Manager. Fortunately, I have the solution and we're gonna dive into it right now. Now, to give you a little bit more background as to the issue that we're dealing with right now, with this new iOS 14 update, people have the capability to opt out of tracking. That means if they land on a website, we can't track them with a pixel or cookies, anything like that. So things can get a little complicated for Facebook to track conversions. Fortunately, Facebook's come to the rescue with a solution, and that is Facebook's Conversion API. Now, using Conversion API can be a little complicated, but there is an easy solution that I'm gonna teach you right now, and it ultimately is gonna help your campaign optimize and target people more effectively. As you can see, I've got my computer in front of me, and I'm gonna take you through the processes in order to set up Facebook Conversion API. Now, as a side note, an important part of this process is that you have Zapier. Zapier does have a free subscription. However, there are limitations. So I would highly recommend going for a paid subscription so that you can get the most out of Zapier. Once you have your Zapier subscription built, it's super important to now connect it to your landing page or any sort of lead form that you have built. Some people use ClickFunnels, Infusionsoft, HubSpot forms. The options are endless, but the most important thing is that there has to be some sort of form that somebody is filling out so that Zapier can capture that information. Now that you have Zapier connected to your landing page and lead form, it's time to dive into Facebook's Business Manager and get the Conversion API started. As you can see on my screen, I've got Business Manager open, and the first thing we want to do is click this little hamburger button on the left, and we're going to go into Events Manager. Once you arrive to this page, we're going to want to click over into Settings. Now, I've already connected Zapier, but what you want to do is scroll down all the way to the bottom and you're going to see Choose a Partner. Once you click this, it's going to open this little window and you're going to see Zapier. What you want to do is click that and it'll open a secondary window where you're going to have to submit your login information, and Zapier is going to request some access to your Facebook Business Manager. It's important that you give it access to everything. Once you've connected Zapier, you're gonna wanna scroll down and just double check that it's a connected partner. Once you're done with that, we're gonna come up to the top and click Test Events, open a new tab in your browser, and go to Zapier. Once you get there, you're gonna click the zaps on the left-hand side and find the zap that you need to start connecting to Facebook. In this case, we're gonna look at our Facebook Ads cheat sheet, which, by the way, you can get access to down in the description below. So we're gonna click that zap right there. Once you click into the zap, you're gonna see where you've connected the lead form into Zapier. What we wanna do is add an additional step. So we're gonna click this little plus button here, and we're gonna type in Facebook Conversions. You're gonna see this one pops up. There's a few different titles there, so make sure you click Facebook Conversions. Once this is fully populated, we're gonna make sure that we choose an action event. In this case, we want to select Send Lead Event. And then we're gonna hit Continue. After that's done, it's gonna ask for the conversions account. In this case, it should already populate a Facebook conversion account because you've already connected it as a partner. If it has not, you're just gonna click this plus Connect a New Account button and it'll automatically create one. And you can rename this later if you would like under the settings. We're gonna hit Continue and we're gonna come down to set up the action. In this case, we're gonna click this action source and we're gonna select Website. And we're gonna click the business account and we're gonna select the Facebook Business Manager account that we wanna connect Facebook's Conversion API to. So make sure that the business account ID matches if you've got multiple. Once you've connected the business account, now is the time to add the business account's pixel ID. So we're gonna select this and we're going to find that pixel. Now, if the pixel is not populating, you can click refresh or load more down at the bottom, or you can come back to Facebook, click overview and grab the pixel ID up at the top right, copy that and come back and paste it into the bar, and it will load and search for that exact ID, just to make things a little bit easier. So once you've connected the pixel, you're gonna scroll down and see a lot more property boxes that have populated. You're first gonna see event time. Now, Zapier makes it easy and efficient when connecting Facebook's Conversion API. And they also give you a lot of descriptions, as you see I'm highlighting right here, where they state that if you don't add anything, it's gonna use a timestamp when the zap is actually fired. So in this case, I'm gonna leave this box empty. We're looking for firing a lead event, so I'm also going to leave the event ID empty. You can add your event source URL if you're only pulling information from one website. Once again, I would just recommend leaving it empty. This is where you're gonna have to go back to Facebook though. We need to pull the test event code. So as you can see, I already have the tab open, and I'm gonna come back here and go to the test events tab. And you can see this test event server events has a code that you can click and copy. So we're gonna copy that right there and come back over and paste that into the test event code property box. Now, you can ultimately go back later and delete this, or you can leave it as is. As you can see here, Zapier pretty much tells you that it will only use this box when testing the Zap. So with that, let's move on. This is one of the most important boxes now that we want to look at, and it's opt out of ads delivery optimization. We absolutely 100% want to make sure that this is false, because we want Facebook to use these server events to optimize for the campaigns. Now, if you don't want that, you can click true, and this will only be sending Facebook information so that it can collect lead events and of course your results without actually optimizing off of this. But we want our campaigns to be optimized and serving to the right people. So in this case, we're gonna select false. Moving on, we can leave the rest of these boxes empty. Now, prior to connecting your Zap, it's important to test out that your lead form is connected to Zapier. So if you haven't already, go back to your landing page and put some test names and emails and phone numbers through your landing page so that you can actually pre-populate the fields that we're about to discuss. So I've connected HubSpot to Zapier in this case. So I'm going to click into the email box, and you can see the HubSpot logo is here. So we can click that drop down, and I can actually click the email that's associated to that lead form. And then I can click into phone number and pull the phone number into the lead form. And then we're gonna do first name and last. Once you've finished adding that information, as you can see, it's also asking for city, state code, country code. If your lead form is asking for that information, this is a perfect opportunity to plug it in. But if not, just leave it empty and move on. As you can see here, there is a show all fields false button. If we were to change that to true, it's going to pre-populate some additional boxes that you can add that, once again, if your lead form is asking for this information, it's wise to plug that in. That's your Facebook login ID, your gender, lead ID, and subscription. Once that's all done, we can scroll down, and you don't need to add anything else to the custom data section, and we're just gonna hit continue. The Zap is going to populate, and you're gonna scroll all the way to the bottom, and you're gonna see test and review and test and continue. It's super important to make sure that this test actually goes through. So we're going to click test and review. And then I also want to, once again, just reassure that we have sent a test through, and I'm going to click retest action once again. Once you're done with that, we're gonna head back over to Facebook's Business Manager, and we're gonna still be on the test events section. And as you can see, a lead has been processed. And over here, you can see that it was received from a server. If it does say a browser, make sure that you go back and confirm all of your settings are correct, because this should state a server. That is what Facebook Conversion API is. Once you've confirmed that the test has successfully gone through, we're gonna go back to Zapier, and we're gonna turn on the Zap. Once that Zap is turned on, you're pretty much good to go. You can launch your campaign, connect your pixel and your lead event, and ultimately Facebook's going to start optimizing and targeting the people that you want to target. Now that the Zap is turned on, congratulations, you've successfully connected Facebook's conversion ID with your server. Going forward, Facebook is gonna be able to fully optimize your campaign and target the exact kind of people you want. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, comment any questions down below, and don't forget to subscribe for videos in the future just like this one. Thanks for watching.